Suzhou Rock and Roll Marathon here in San Diego. Suddenly the world and his wife is appearing in front of us. Meb, what a surprise that is. First of all, Meb, congratulations. You've reached 40 years of age and you're a master. He doesn't look a day older than 39, does he?
Where's the beer now?
Do you feel different?
No, I tell people that being 40, being 18 is great to get excited to drive.
Right now on our
being 21,
Keflezighi, Rock and Roll's Vice President of Running.
Oh, I thought he was going to go on. That's John Volpe, our announcer here. Carry on, Meb.
So, 16, 18, you get to drive, you get a driver's license, and then 21, I didn't care for it. 25, it was great because you get a discount on your insurance. Now for 40, I'm excited to be 40 just because the pressure on me to win is less. Before, there was a lot of anticipation, but now 40, I'm like, he's just a little older than us, and I didn't expect him to win. So, I'm kind of relaxing a little bit now because I've put so many pressure for myself for a long time to win a medal for our country, win New York, and win Boston. But now I'm like, I'm here to have fun, inspire, and get the best out of myself still.
I was going to say, you've pretty much done it all, Meb, really. Olympic silver medal, you won New York, you won Boston. I think you could retire tomorrow, but you won't, will you?
It's getting there. I will never retire from the sport, but I will retire from marathoning just because I know how much it takes on my body. I've done 21, I believe, 21 marathons. They've been very great and very good. But at the same time, I just want to be able to do maybe 26 marathons for the miles. I'll be 42, hopefully, retire at the 42 kilometers, 42 and 26. And that's the kind of number I'm playing around. But, I just try to get the best out of myself. And in 7th grade at the Roosevelt Junior High, if you guys are by the zoo, that's where I started running. If you run 6 minutes and 15 seconds, the teacher said you're going to get A, and you're going to get a t-shirt that says Roosevelt Junior High Mile Club t-shirt. Well, I wanted to get that A, and I ran as hard as I can. And to get those A, you got to run 6 minutes and 15 seconds. To my surprise and everybody else, I ran 5 minutes, 20 seconds, and that's why I'm keep running now because I feel like my potential is tapped out, but at the same time, I feel there's still a little bit in the tank that I want to still, push the envelope.
The other thing I should congratulate you on is that you've been married 10 years now to the lovely Jordanos. Do I pronounce that right?
Jordanos, yeah.
Okay. Behind every successful man, there's at least one woman, right? One in his case, and maybe your mother, obviously, right?
My mother's wonderful, and her mother, and we have great examples from our parents. But yeah, Jordanos is the backbone of my career. She allowed me to do what I do, to spend a lot of time here. I also travel around the world to meet other runners, and if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be able to accomplish my athletic career, but also helping out with the kids that they share their time with the rest of you guys. So I feel blessed to have her support.
We know you're good at running. Are you good in the kitchen?
Definitely not.
Okay. I thought we might get that answer.
I can survive, but 10-year anniversary. Jordanos she's a really good cook, and she's looking forward to retiring. For me to retire, so to do some of the work in the kitchen. But at the same time, I feel, right now she's been doing most of the cooking. I just tell her what I need and when, and it's been a great teamwork so far.
What was the date of the wedding, Meb? The pressure I'm putting on him now. He's got to deliver here.
The wedding date?
Yes. What was the date?
Oh, it was November 18th.
Okay, that's good, isn't it? Boy, he'd have died 1,000 cuts if he got that wrong. So, Boston this year. Let's go back to this year. I have to say, in all fairness, you're one of those great competitors. You're always in the mix. You may not win it, but you're always sort of second, third, fourth in all your marathons. What's the secret of that, Meb? Because that's not given to many people. You are at heart a competitor, someone who loves to race. You're not, your best marathon is what, 2:08 something?
2:37.
Yeah. 37. So some people would say, oh, but he hasn't run 204, 205, and my answer to that always is, he hasn't needed to, because he's won the medals and he's won the races. So what is it, Ned? Were you born with that?
I was definitely born with a God-given talent, and that's obvious. And
not in the kitchen, but running.
God-given talent to run, and obviously it's been consistency is one of my gifts also, because when I ran that 5:20 mile in 7th grade, that was the first time I ever ran. But the next time I ran at the same distance, not a week or within that semester, I ran 5:20, 5:17, 5:15, 5:13, 5:10.
I know none of you can run one at that pace, right?
But
I understand.
And to say that, and then my 10K, 5K also has been, and marathon has been very consistent, or half marathon. I mean, I don't want to. I know we are a running company here. Some of you might have appreciation for time, but 5:13, 5:26, 5:31, 5:25 in the 5K, and the 10K has been very consistent. 27:13, 27:24, 27:41. I mean, in that range, and half marathon has been. That been like 101 flat. I was trying so hard to break the 101. My eyes were really zoning the clock. I've missed the finish tape. So I have to come back and do it. It was in San Jose. I was so much, sometimes you get in the zone, you're looking at the camera, you're like, that's the clock, I'm gonna get it, because we all try to get the best out of ourselves. Winning, whether it was going at that time, trying to break 5 hours, you want to run 4 hours and 58 minutes and 59 seconds, or 4 hours and 59 seconds and 30 seconds. You're trying to push that, and I was doing so much, and then I missed the tape, but I 101 flat. And then the marathon has been, consistency has been huge, and 208:37, 209:08. 209:13, 209:15, 209:21, 209:26, 209:53.
That's not for a half marathon, by the way. That's the full distance. Just so you know.
209:56, 209:56. But your question is, it's all about preparation. They were not all in the same marathon. They've been in London, they've been in Boston, they've been in Houston, they've been in New York. But if you prepare and work hard and stick to what works for you, if you can stay healthy and train, you should be able to perform. And that's what consistency has done for me. So for me to win the medal at the Olympic Games, or win New York or Boston, or finishing second, third, you can say, I finished second in New York 70 days after I won silver medal. And then you're like, maybe I can win it next time. And then you finish third. There's a reassurance that if you can stay healthy and train, they give you confidence. You don't have to win to get the confidence. You have to train and get maybe within that range that you think. You can run a personal best and somebody beat you, but you did the best that you can, and that's all that matters. And I always say, it's not about run to win. It's not about winning first place, by getting the best out of yourself. And that's what I've done. And with a third in Boston, and then maybe one day I can win it again, or third in New York in 2005 after about only 8 weeks of training. I said I could do it. So train hard, train smart, be yourself, and don't make big progress. Small progress that make you get in the starting line healthy, and once you get the starting line, have fun and have a good time.
So can you make your 4th Olympic Games in Rio? I know it's next February, isn't it?
I'm 40.
Oh, come on. 40 is the new 25.
Yeah, I am so excited to.
You can do it, can't you?
I'll give it a shot. I'll qualify for the trials. It's going to be started. Those of you guys that are California locals, February 13 in LA. That's not my next marathon. I'm going to do a full marathon, and but after that is. You're
going to do one before, right?
I'm going to do one before, and
could that be New York?
I don't know. It can be, but I'm not sure. So. But New York's been great for me. I've done it 9 times, so it can work a little bit with February trials. So, but at the same time, I hope to earn a spot. Anytime you get an opportunity to represent your country, it's a huge honor. And I've been on 3 Olympic teams, and my family was in London Olympics, where I finished 4th place. And my youngest one, Johanna, she's 5-year-old. She does not remember that time, so I've been thinking about her during the race to make it one more shot if I can get top 3, and she will definitely, hopefully, remember Rio, and obviously it would be an honor to be on the 4th Olympic team and representing the United States. And I can see here, USA Navy, thanks for all that you do, and anytime we put the jersey, it really is, we do the easy part, but you guys are the true heroes.
People always remember the races you win, don't they? But London may well have been one of your best races, I would think, because you had what we would loosely call a bad day at the office. Seriously, a bad day at the office, and at one stage you were in the, not the middle of the pack, but you were sort of between 10th and 20th, and somehow you found whatever, probably power bar was it, to bring you through to 4th place at the end. Oh, that's our Geico moment. It only took 15 seconds. What happened in London? I mean, you found the inner will, the inner strength.
Like I said, it's all about preparation. And through the summer, I had a little bit of injuries, and I was going to go to London early, do the opening ceremony, and then go to Italy for elevation training. But then I decided, you know what, that 1 week could use to train smarter and stay in my comfort zone at Mammoth Lakes. So when the race came in, I only had 5-6 solid weeks. So all I wanted was, I think, I definitely was not gold or silver, but maybe I could sneak in for the bronze medal. Let the people make mistakes, go out hard, hopefully, and kind of catch from behind. So I was in the, I didn't get introduced at the introduction.
I know.
So I was kind of pissed off about that, There's that guy, the only guy that was a medalist or probably potential Olympian on that starting line and didn't get introduced. So I got to the front. I said, you forgot to introduce somebody, kind of no way.
I think he did you a favor. You should thank him. You should send him a note. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean, people couldn't make judgments or couldn't tell you how you can't do it, but nobody can control what you can do. That's the beauty of running, and that's what I love about running. I used to be a big-time soccer player. I love soccer, but I want to control my own destiny from point A to point B, and that's why I chose running. But back to London, it's just, people often ask me, do you enjoy the scenery? I'm like, no, I don't, because I'm worried about my competitors, and I'm going by so quickly. I'm looking at their breathing, at their tactics, and what their mechanics are. Are they spinning too much? But in London, it was such a beautiful course. I'm like, I started enjoying the view, and I'm like, this would be a good place to stop, because I was hurting pretty bad, and I had foot issues, and just pushed it, and about 21K or halfway, I was like, this would be a good place to stop. And then I thought about what I said at the press conference when I made the team. I said, wearing the USA is a big pride, and I hope we're sending our best team. I hope we can represent our country the best we can. And basically, I just said, I looked at the jersey. I said, you got to get to that finish line, no matter what happens. No matter how many people pass you, you got to get there. And then I thought, if I'm going to tell my kids who they were there, about 50 family and friends, and said, if I tell my kids to do the best they can, stopping is not my best. So I got to that finish line, but just, from 21st to 17th, and then all of a sudden, top 10, and then all of a sudden, Coach Larson, my mentor for a long time, said, point out 6 fingers. I'm running against the Japanese guy, and I'm like, I think I'll kick him. I wasn't even taking the tangent. I was hurting pretty bad. I'm like, I'm just going to follow you wherever you go. And, I kick him. And then eventually, he said 6th place, but he didn't clarify if I was in 6th place or the guy I could see. And basically, we just kept pushing. And then about 2 miles away from the finish line, I see a green jersey with somebody who I went out hard and hit the wall. And I'm like, if that guy's in 4th place, he's in 5th place, and I'm 6th, I can beat this guy. But then something came to mind and says, if one of those guys, I don't know who's in the lead, if one of those guys get busted through drugs, that guy's gonna move to 4th place. If I beat him, I'm gonna move to 4th. So if something happens, he's gonna move to 3rd place, and I'm gonna move to 4th. I decided, no way, I'm gonna catch that guy. And there's a picture of us with 500 meters to go. I'm in the lead. I just passed him, and he was. But then I see the United States flag. I'm like, I'm trying to get away, so there was no big banner or finish like the Rock and Rolls or New York or Boston. There's one line. I'm like, where's the finish line? Where's the finish line? Should I grab the flag or not? Should I grab the flag or not? I'm like, grab it. I grabbed it, and I wanted to run with both hands in the air with the flag, but I'm like, the guy's trying to catch me, so I'm like, tucked it in, just keep pushing and pushing. And I caught him, and obviously finished. There was a little dot line, and I finished fourth. So sometimes it's not about winning a medal, even though you would like to, but it's getting the best out of yourself, even when the situations are difficult. And I feel that the London Olympics gave me confidence for the Boston that I still got for New York win or Boston win. I still got on a good day and great training. And if it wasn't for that race, I wouldn't have been in Boston, and Boston would not have happened.
So come on, let's all be honest. How many of you have run a race when that little voice inside you said, I want to quit? Come on, own up. Pretty well everybody. So, the next time you hear that little voice, think of Med and how he persisted through it and got to fourth at the Olympics, and tell that little voice to go away and trouble somebody else. That's the best advice I can give you. Med, I've known you since high school. Good gracious. He was a top national high school runner.